So we're going to do girly workouts, or what I consider girly workouts. So we're going to take the bands. All right, well, anyways, welcome to the As a Man podcast, and we have a female. We have Sarah here today, and we're going to work out, we're going to talk to her about pretty much being a woman here in 2026, and what is that like? What are you looking for in a guy? And we're going to do these girly workouts with the pink band.
Okay.
I feel my testosterone level dropping as soon as I take these up.
Hi guys. Do I introduce myself?
Yes, sorry, yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Sarah, and better known as Sara-Mae Hazle for those who are familiar. And you can find me on all socials at Sara.Hazle and Experience with Hazel for excursions, food, and more.
Right. Fantastic. I want to tell you, so I train girls with them something, but I've never actually used it myself, so this should be very, very interesting.
I have one of these.
Yeah?
I haven't worn one in a long time.
You've been doing your gym videos too, as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. So, all right. Yeah, right? Excuse me. All right, so we're going to do some hip glute bridges.
Okay.
Right here, so better. So, to start off, we're gonna just go on until a question I done pretty much. But, so you as a woman living in the modern world, what would you say women are looking for in a guy these days? And if it's wrong, what would you correct and say, nah, like, it should not go so far or whatever? My body hurt me. Go on.
I think women are looking for stability.
Okay.
But I don't think some
Backside.
may know
Alright, go on. Mm-hmm.
what type of stability. I think what comes to mind when they hear stability is money.
Mm-hmm. Because I was gonna ask you what you mean by stability.
Yeah, I just mean like healthy relationship, healthy conflict resolution.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Healthy relationship, healthy conflict resolution. Yeah.
And people that manage each other well, know how to kind of meet each other in the middle, compromise.
Okay.
Communication.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's what stability looks like, for me at least.
So, say again.
And yeah, financial stability as well. But
of course. Yeah. Yeah. What's funny?
But I do believe that working is essential, especially in the.
May I take a break? Yeah,
I think we can take a break as well.
Go ahead, sir. No.
I think working is essential for both parties, in my opinion. I mean, I know that there is a lot centered around tradition. It's a little difficult for me because I didn't really grow up in a traditional household. Like,
Yeah.
My parents were married.
Yeah.
But maybe, like in my earlier years, maybe like 2 or 3, they got divorced.
Yeah.
I have 3 siblings above me, pretty older than me, and so like I felt like I really just grew up with my mom.
Yeah, right.
So I grew up seeing my mom work,
Right, yeah.
pay bills. My dad took care of things as well. Like he provided financially. If there's anything that he did, he definitely did that.
Let's do a fire hydrant. So,
Okay.
Side that one, yeah. Yeah.
Bruce, man, not lie. I work out and talk thing and lick me up, man, not lie.
Say yeah, so you can probably feel the other highlight. So, alright, so guys, red flags. We see the meme them. We hear some of these red flags things that are just kind of ridiculous in my opinion. You know, if you don't make 6 figures, if you're not 6'1", if you're not drive a Benz, this and that, oh no, yeah, I need this, I need more establishment or something. So, I mean, what would you, but to get away from the materialistic, to get away from the, you know, the what you have, what you can do, what you can bring, what would you say are some red flags morally? What do you think every guy universally must have as a value?
You don't internalize how you feel.
Okay.
Um,
Going to like talk sometimes.
yeah, like communication is fluent.
Yeah, okay. So like
What-
psychologically intelligent, emotionally intelligent,
Yeah.
aware. Like that's like
Just
somebody that's more aware.
self-awareness.
Yeah, self-awareness.
But more on the emotional side for sure.
Okay, so
So I
somebody
think-
that is not
I think
there.
that's a
Bigger.
green flag for me,
Okay.
but red flag if they don't have it.
Have it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I mean, I'm sure it's difficult for men. I mean, growing up in a society where you're kind of shunned for feeling has
True.
repercussions.
True.
So
I feel like even like those more like subjective, so y'all can feel and we can't, and we've been groomed that way. Oh crap! No, we not open up. Man, not do them something there. Yeah, it's all right. You can. You do it, and if you end up feeling vulnerable, it's like you say this is better. Me revert to what me I do before because when me do that, me never feel aware. Me never feel so openly vulnerable and thing. But I'm not saying all women are like that, but I'm saying that there are some. I can speak from first-hand experience as well. It's made me not want to talk.
I get that. I
Yeah.
get that. I think when that line is drawn, when that line is crossed, another line has to be drawn.
Yeah, right.
So then there's
So that
a boundary,
react.
but there
Re-
isn't
respect.
a cutoff.
Yeah, right. I love that. I love that. There's a boundary right now. So it's also important for us to know our boundaries as well.
Yeah.
You can jump up still. I'm going to take this thing off. All right. So I guess one of the last things is like talking about provision. Of course, you expressed that, yeah, I feel like both can work. I mean, and you saw that demonstrated, you know, when you were growing up and stuff. How established do you think there? Okay, so last season there was a clip that pretty much got a lot of interaction on TikTok that was posted for the Azaman podcast, and it was like, should a date cost $25,000? You know, and a lot of women was like, yeah, like what kind of broke pocket man says that? So I want to think not necessarily how much money does a first date cost, but how established do you believe a man should be to start dating?
I feel like it has to be to a point where you don't feel like a big burden when you have to spend on a woman, or it's not something that you're viewing as, damn, this is gonna cut me short.
Okay,
You know,
to
I
the
feel
point where
like
you can
once you've-
comfortably. Okay.
Once you've gotten to that point in your life where you feel like, you know, I can afford this without feeling like,
Let's squat some squats.
I do believe that men also should date women that meet their standard. I mean,
So don't go for the money, girl, if you're not on the money.
precisely.
Why? Challenge that one.
And I mean, women to me are pretty straightforward with that. Like,
Really?
you see what she has, you
Is the
see
reason
what
why
she
we have. Okay.
buys for herself,
Okay,
you see
alright.
what kind of family she's from. You know, like there's,
So
to
some-
me, men don't be paying enough attention to those things.
Okay.
And then they treat it as they're blindsided, but you knew these things. Like, if you took more time into acknowledging these things,
I
then,
can say where I
you
am
know?
guilty. I could see that, but is a man who not go back down from nothing still. So either way, I go and try it out. But
crazy.
then I find a lot of I find in my experience where I've met people, not necessarily just met women, not just for dating sake or whatever. They tend to be pretty easygoing, and you know, I could tell myself, like you said, that yeah, even though I see the Benz and probably like the Gucci bag and thing and whatever, I'm gonna say, but she kind of cool. So
She's kind of cool. but
yeah, like she
she's
kind of cool.
expensive.
Like well, yeah, but I don't think it's always that fact where them kind of lure the materialistic things. But I mean, I feel like when I would say opposite still.
I think all women are materialistic.
Backside, hear that? All of the women,
Like
they're
women,
materialistic.
women like things. Like there's no. I used to think that there's a type of woman. There's
Show the
just
love language
like.
book out. It's always gifts.
No, I don't think that's the case. But
Let's
yeah,
switch
like.
language. You can't talk and work out.
Hold on.
You know what? Some saying what you should, some saying what you should.
Yeah, I do think to a certain extent, women like things. We see things in the supermarket, liquor, beauty supply stuff,
yeah.
liquor foods that we want to try. You know, there's that much intrigue. A man might not share that same intrigue, but I do believe that all women have that quality.
That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. I'll say that. That's facts. And then I realize that effort goes a long way.
It does.
You know? So, because, I mean, I can say, last Christmas, me just hear my wife mention things that she want over a 3-month, 2-month period, and everything I never see come in Amazon, come from Amazon, them something that just in my cart. And so by the time Christmas roll around, she's like, how did you, I've been talking about this for a while. I'm like, say, same one, see there? I listen.
A man that's not patient.
Okay.
A man that's not of God.
Okay.
What does patience look like?
What does patience look like for you?
Leading with love in terms of, like, what does that look like? Okay, leading with love is just like meeting me halfway, knowing that I'm having a hard time now because my hormones are imbalanced.
Okay.
So it's like just a little bit more kindness in that space.
Why? Yeah. I'm not gonna fight out the kindness things. I can tell you about my personal struggle. When it comes on to patience, I can be very patient. There's a point where I really feel like the patience, I don't know, fight me, I really feel like sometimes patience are gonna have a little expiration date, because our perception of patience can be what you need. But then I feel like, my thing, like, I feel like I can be patient, but when I'm patient to a point, it almost feels like I'm enabling you. And then there's another thing that makes me feel like I'm just being very passive. And then there's another thing where I feel like I need to be a little bit more accountable. As somebody that's married, like, more accountable over the woman that I've been given to steward. To say, no man, come on girl, get up. Like, no, we're not gonna do this. Babe, we just need to do this. We need to exercise a little bit more discipline and just take the charge and take the lead on certain things, you know? Because, like, here's the thing, I've been patient. I've given you time to pray. I've given you time to pull yourself out or allow God to pull you out or whatever, but it seems like this just not checked. So I feel like after a while, I'm just like, yo, come, we go. Once you come off or whatever it is, there's a standard. You see what happened last week? You see what happened this morning? You see what happened the other day? We have to just have a standard in this house right now for say, yo, this is how we're going. In order for us to function in this way, in order for us to function forward, we need to know I need to know this is exactly what's going on with you, and that you also have this will or this zeal to pretty much get out of it in some kind of way, or this is your processing time, or this is your coping mechanism, or this is what I can do, or this is what I need to do to make sure that you're fine. But then, honestly, sometimes when it comes on to like patience, it's a struggle. It's a struggle, but I like what you said about leading with love as well.
I think patience can lead to you feeling like you're being taken for granted.
An advantage of, yeah.
Yeah, and that's where another boundary comes, where it's just like,
oh, I forgot about these. Yeah.
Yeah, where it's, did I trouble the mic?
No.
It's good?
Yeah, fine. Let's go right here, so. So right here, so, goblet. Yes.
I'm not talking through this though, you know.
Yeah,
So I don't even know.
That's what makes it fun.
Come
Come on, Sarah.
with the boundaries thing, it's just like, I know you're having a hard week, but you have to meet me halfway as well. She has to, it's a half thing. I know you're being understanding, but I have to help you to be understanding as well. You know? It's
hard.
very easier said than done.
Like squatting, and it's not as easy as squatting and talking. Which one do you think is hard?
No, it's not. This is definitely harder. But yeah, I think the boundary of I can extend this to you during this period for a certain amount of time, but I need you to also meet me halfway.
Yeah.
Take accountability and show me that you're doing better in my patients.
Okay. All right. I can see with that.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say that much. Well, that's it for the As a Man podcast. We have Sara-Mae Hazle, Experience with Hazel. Tell me platforms again. Well, he'll probably just put it up.
Thanks for watching the As a Man podcast.